Let me gear up on y'all ass. Get this whole thing set up, baby. Cause you know we back, baby. What you doing? What it do? It's your boy. They call me a lot of things. They call me Q. They call me Smooth. They call me Mr. Sports Savvy. On this show, y'all, hold on, let me find my button. I found it. Y'all give it up one time. We back. We back. And this is another one of those Fantasia weeks. You know what I mean when I say that? It's... But we still looking good everywhere. I will say I picked up 2 wins this week out of 3. And that third one was like this... And it's on the Sleeper app. So we're going to talk about it first. But first, one more time, y'all give it up. We back in this thing, baby. You know what we do first. We got to look at these, I call them, because I have 3 different sets of scoring rules. I have figured out that I'm going to call this section Platform Superstars. That's the name of the section. It's going to be Platform Superstars because every scoring system is different. You might catch a person or two that's different from each scoring system every week, as y'all saw last week. But let's go ahead and get them thing. Oh, by the way, shout out to them Braves. We had that little doubleheader with the Mets earlier, and them boys got that playoff spot. And I'm kind of glad. My fan number real fast. I don't know if y'all can see it. Oh, we still big dogging it over here. I know we lost to Alabama, but, you know, whatever. We still big dogging it over here. I ain't trying to hear none of that from none of y'all. That's why I ain't saying nothing to y'all this week. Nope, don't even bring it up. It's 12 teams in the playoffs. So, if you know what that means you can lose like 2 games and still make it. Anyways, anyway, like I said, big dog over here. Platform Superstars. Let's get into it because, you know, I like to start with that, that's the Sleeper app, by the way. Where, first of all, can I get a round of applause for Derrick Henry, please? I can guarantee you that Derrick Henry's name is going to be at the top of this list. There's always one person that's at the top of the list. So week 1, I can't remember who it was. Week 1, I can't place it. Week 2, it was Alvin Kamara. Week 2 was Alvin Kamara. Week 3, it was Juwan Jennings. Juwan Winnings is what they called him last week. And for week 4, it's your boy, the locomotive, the freight train, the big mama jamma that is Derrick Henry. So, yeah. On the Sleeper app, he got 35. Followed by Ken Walker. Y'all see the list right there. Hold on. I didn't put it yet. Bam, there it is. Ken Walker is next on the list. Nice little 34.6 on y'all. Nico, if you don't have any shares of Nico, you might want to go try and get you some. That boy is balling. I'm just saying. Justin Fields. Later on in the pod, we'll talk about Justin Fields. That's near and dear to my heart, but neither here nor there for right now. So we got, oh, you know what I did? I told you guys a story because I forgot. You probably can see it up there like, why did he say Derrick Henry would be first on every platform? I forgot in the Sleeper app that they are super friendly to quarterbacks. I mean, super friendly. Because I have Jordan Love in my main league. That's the Savvy League. And he only got 30. I had him on the bench. I started Sam Darnold instead. I had to wait for the injury to go by. But you see he got dang on near 39 over here. That's on me, Jordan Love. I'm bad, Jordan Love. But yeah, Jordan Love, Derrick Henry, Ken Walker, Nico, and Justin Fields. That is your top 5 for the Sleeper app. Let's go to the Savvy app. And there's Derrick Henry again. Derrick Henry doing his thug fizzle on y'all ass. So he had 35. Ken Walker, once again, 30. You see Jordan Love right there. You see the little minus sign. The little minus sign means they on my team. So good for Jordan Love. Even if he did it on the bench, nobody else got those points. Followed followed by Justin Fields. 0.1 difference over here. And Baker Mayfield, shout out to Baker Mayfield. There's a take that I make every year that I always end up having to eat. Last year it was Dak Prescott. This year it is Baker Mayfield. Still not a huge fan of Baker Mayfield, but he don't suck. Because the numbers say he don't suck. So y'all clap it up for Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield doing this stuff. That's what I'm saying. I got to give credit where it's due. Mess around and lose this stuff. Playing fantasy from the heart. Don't do that to yourself. And finally, that old OG special. We legends over there in our own mind. So write that down. You see Derrick Henry and you see Ken Walker. And there's that boy Nico again. Justin Fields and DeAndre Swift coming back from the dead. That's another one that's near and dear to my heart. Shout out to DeAndre Swift. Y'all give it up for that boy. He did that thing. So that's the top 5. That is our platform superstars. Went on each league is a like I said, different set of scoring rules. So I guess I'm playing my 2 leagues are on ESPN fantasy, but the scoring rules are so dissimilar that they're 2 different platforms in my head. So that is your platform superstars. Where are we going now? You already know what time it is. Throw them things up there. Bam, bam, bam. Y'all see them 2 wins though. That 92-point win is ugly. As a matter of fact, that 102-point win is ugly. We're gonna talk about both of those. But first, just you, sir. Y'all see how close that score is? And you know, I like to have a cried when I saw that I was 2 and some change points away from winning this thing. You know how sad I was, cuz? Do you know? If you don't know, I can tell you. It's no big deal. Like, Hakuna Matata. Where's my thing so I can change the week over here so we can go back and look at this this score? I don't want to see that. Gosh darn it. There we go. There we go. I figured it out. And so I lost by 3. 140.31 to 137.60. Let's go ahead and break that thing down. So I'll start by saying Monday night games. I was winning by like 36. It was like 101. He had 101. I had about 37. I'm done playing. So I had to watch Jahmyr Gibbs, DK Metcalf, Calvin Ridley, and Aiden Hutchinson all had to go tonight. You see how close it was. So that means somebody didn't pull up, and we about to find out. We could start on his side since he won. He ugly for that, but that's okay. I just don't like losing. He really not ugly. I don't really know dude for real. Not yet. But Jordan Love, you see it. He got those points. He took the risk. I did not take the risk. That's okay. You live and you learn, and then you play the right motherfuckers. Jahmyr Gibbs. Here goes 20 points from Jahmyr Gibbs. No big deal. 2 touchdowns. That'll get you about 20 points. Kamara, still doing Kamara stuff. Like, Kamara having a little resurgence. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like that for some. Y'all give it up for Kamara. I kind of like that for Kamara. You deserve that. Because last year, you had us looking like, I'm just saying, like, DK Metcalf was the one that slowly but surely walked me down. You know, the Seahawks and the Lions were playing late. When the Titans-Dolphins game ended, I was still up by a few points. That last pass that DK caught, because he was at 6 catches for some change, but he only had like 12 points, which kept me in the lead by like 1 point and some change. But then he got that last one. I was like, oh, that's it. So, he lost a fumble too. It could have been tight. Calvin Ridley did not do anything. That's who didn't pull up. It's Calvin Ridley. Gabe Davis also didn't pull up. Don't worry, I got some people on my side that didn't pull up. I just hit my elbow on the desk. It hurt a little bit, but that's all right. We're in the middle of something. Kokomet, right back down to earth. Y'all know what's going on at the tight end position this year, don't you? It is a wasteland. So Kokomet got you a cool 20-something last week. Got you a cool 6 this week. Alec Pierce, we will chalk that one up to the fact that you are not in the rotation as far as Joe Flacco is concerned. Jerry Judy getting some yards and catches over there in Cleveland. Kind of proud of him. He's doing more than he was doing in Denver. That's for sure. Aiden Hutchinson, that was a monster, but Seattle kind of held him in check. Tonight. Quay Walker, that boy went to, appreciate you. He got him a cool 10.5. He had 8 tackles and a sack. Baby. The old saucy one. He didn't defend no passes. Nope, all he did was tackle. 4 tackles, 1 assisted tackle. So he got 4.5. Equals 140 point whatever I said. 1.31. Now, let's slide over it because I still had a good week. Like let's not act like I didn't still have a good week. Like y'all see I pulled the trigger on Anthony Richardson. I do believe that AR-15, I still call him AR-15 from college, but AR, he don't even like it when we call him that for real, but whatever, it's my nickname. I actually like Anthony Richardson for the second half of the year, but I don't like him right now because even though against the Steelers, he was starting to put something together, and it was on a rushing attempt where he went to slide that it's probably like a hip flexor or something like that. But you never know how serious or non-serious these things is until they go to the doctor. So we're gonna let the boy go to the doctor, and then we'll check back on that. Saquon, Saquon be Saquoning. We both Quans, no big deal. Also, he ran behind that Eagles offensive line. Like, he's still averaging 8.4 yards a carry. That's 10 carries for 84 yards. I think the math is mathing. That's 8.4 yards a carry. No big deal. Even though they got mollywopped by the Buccaneers. I don't like to say that. I don't like Tampa Bay. Ty Chandler got me those same 3 points that Zamir White been getting me. But for some reason I feel better about it coming from Ty Chandler than I do from Zamir White. That's just me though. Jamar Chase. Appreciate you. Jamar Chase be doing Jamar Chase stuff. And what can we say about that, Juwan Jennings came back down to earth. He had 3 catches for 88 yards. We will take those 11.8 fantasy points. So I ain't gonna say I went on a limb. Trey McBride's hurt. Marvin Harrison Jr. is like pretty much the only receiver over there. So I went on a limb and I started Greg Dortch. I'll take 8 points. 7.8 to be exact, You know why I'll take 8 points? Because that's better than 0 points. Look at Kyle Pitts. I need answers, people. If you listen to this pod and you hear me get to the Kyle Pitts part, what should I do? What do y'all think I should do? Because I am a firm believer that I'm going to get rid of. Matter of fact, it already happened once this year. I drafted Deontay Johnson, and y'all know how he started the season. So I dropped him. But, I got Ayuk. I dropped him for Cortland Sutton, who I just started this week, who got me 60 yards and a touchdown. Appreciate you. In another league. But I dropped Deontay Johnson. Somebody else picked him up right after the benching, and they got themselves a wide receiver 1 over there. So I got to deal with that. Like, I think I'm being patient enough, and I'm not. But another story for another day. You know what I'm saying? But Kyle Pitts, goose egg. I think I got Noah Fant, and at least Noah Fant is scoring points every week. This is the second time this year. It's only 4 weeks in. So it's already the second time that Kyle Pitts has scored 0 points in fantasy. I don't like it. I don't like goose eggs. If you watched last year, I hate goose eggs. It's gonna be all kind of memes on my thing about this, because I like the goose, but I don't like the eggs. So there's that. Xavier Worthy, you should be in the running for more opportunities, at least until that boy comes back. That boy, Rashee Rice, took a helmet to the kneecap while it was planted by Patrick Mahomes. I'm laughing because of the way I said it, not because of what happened. Like, that's not the person you would expect to accidentally put somebody on the shelf. But Xavier Worthy caught that long ball for the tutty. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got him for his big play potential. That's why he's my wide receiver 4. And coming in at wide receiver 5, that boy is Xavier Legette, who I also drafted in multiple leagues. One of them I dropped him in, but I got him back. So the other one, my opponent from the main league, got him. So real fast, right in the middle. As a matter of fact, hold on, I'm almost done, and I'm gonna give y'all a little nugget. Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa had really nothing going on before he got that. He got a fumble and a fumble recovery and a tackle for loss and a solo tackle and a sack. He got a sack, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. All on the same play. That's 4.5 points. Right? Along with that being a tackle for loss, that's 5.5 points. Along with that being a solo tackle, that's 6.5 points. Like, so on one play, he scored a touchdown. But before that, he wasn't doing too much. He came around. I have kind of sort of been like streaming, so I'm checking my IDP rankings every week because I'm still getting hip to the individual defensive position thing. I only got 3 over here, but I'm trying to do a whole IDP league one year. Bobby Wagner, that tackle machine. Yeah, he old, but I don't think that I'm gonna have any. I'm gonna have a couple of defensive players for keeping forever, but there's so many. We don't got enough. We don't have enough people in this league. We would have to be in like a 62-person league in order for you to struggle on defense. Like, because every team has at least, think about it, every team has at least 2 linemen. So that's 64 linemen when you've got 32 teams. Every team has at least 2 backers on the field. That's 64 backers, right? Every team has at least, as far as I've seen, at least 3 defensive backs on the field 100% of the time. So that's 32, 64, 98? No, 96. 96 DBs. You know what I'm saying? So I do my research. I go check the IDP rankings to see who playing who. And I did some switching up this week. Bobby Wagner came through for your boy. Reed Blankenship got hurt. Otherwise, he was on his way. He had like three or 4 of these 5 tackles before halftime. You know, they got mollywopped. So, but I'm coming around to the defensive position and thing. It's coming around. What is it? 137 or 140.31 to 137.60. That is a quick little rundown of that. We will go ahead and take a break because I feel like I'm about to hit one of my stopping points, and then I will we'll jump right back on and get this thing finished up. All right, we are back. Now, before we move into them updates for those other 2 leagues, I forgot what my little update was going to be. I ain't even going to lie to you. I was right there, ready to say it, and it's out of here. Dang. What I blame that on? All right, so I'm going to get right into these things. So once I remember, I guess I'll say it on the spot because it popped into my head randomly during the first thing, and I tried to push it off until I got to this point, but it didn't work out. So we will revisit whenever that rendezvous pops back up in my head. But for now, y'all know where we going. The LG special. That boy Seth did not pull up this week, but I ain't gonna say neither did I. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. So the scores say 92.52 to 81 point something. I'm not looking at it right now. Hold on. 92.52 to 81.54. I'm not. 92 points in a 1 point PPR fantasy league is wild. That is wild to me. Hold on. There we go. Just keep bumping. Freaking, what did I say? 92 points in a 1 point PPR fantasy league. That's wild to me. That is so wild to me. But we got the victory. That's not wild to me. I like winning. It could be by inch or a mile. W is a W is a W is a W is a W-I-N. I'm just saying. Let's break it down real fast. Throw that thing up. Anthony Richardson. Like I said earlier, I didn't take the risk in the Dynasty League because I really wanted to score points over there. I feel like this team has the weapons where I can be sacrificial at quarterback, especially in this league because, actually any league that's not mine, if I'm being real, like 4 points for a passing touchdown when they get 6 in the NFL. The scoring metrics, that's my next rant. And I knew I wanted to get to there. And I got multiple rants lined up. I'm so excited. Like, I'm not doing them all in one sitting, but I got rants laid out till the end of the month. Apparently, it's some I want to talk about. Anyways, Anthony Richardson got hurt, but was looking good against the Steelers. Like, he was moving that ball. He was matriculating. We like that word, matriculating. Yeah, he was matriculating. Kyron Williams, that boy's a monster. He just keep on giving you fantasy points, and everything go through him over there. I ain't seen Ronnie Rivers in a couple weeks. Some of y'all probably don't even know who that is, but yeah, exactly that. The Dallas Cowboys defense decided to pull up this week. So that boy Devin Singletary did not do very well. It didn't matter. The sun god is here. And he is not only catching touchdowns, he's throwing them bad babies too. No big deal. Him and Jared Goff had a nice little pretty little thing. I'm watching it. Yep. Appreciate you. Dropped that thing in a bread basket, didn't you, boy? Appreciate that. That touchdown goes on your resume. Rashee Rice. This was the wacky incident with Patrick Mahomes and the helmet and on the interception, and Rashee Rice caused the fumble and all that stuff. We have not gotten confirmation on what the issue is, but they say it's not looking good. So he already in my injured reserve spot. That boy Sam Laporta finally did some damage. Appreciate that, Sammy Laporta. Right around his projection. What is it, 9.3? I think he had 5 catches or something like that. Yeah. Oh, wait. Why am I acting like I just can't tell you what his stat line was? I could just go here. Appreciate you. Real fast. I'm just going to go look just because. See how long it takes. Full box score. Appreciate you. That is the Seahawks. And Sam Laporta, 4 catches, 53 yards. Four catches, 53 yards. Eagles 9.3 fantasy points. Jordan Mason. I think I got me a running back one. 2 running back ones in this league and 2 running back ones in the other league. I have been listening to my podcast friends, ladies and gentlemen of the trade market. If you want Jordan Mason, it will cost you, I'm letting you know what it's going to cost you. It will cost you at least wide receiver or running back 2, maybe even more than 1, because he top 5. And I'm not just about to give him away for nothing. So better be ready to spend some if you're coming to get him. And I'm looking for some upgrades and some spots. So just put that on your calendar now, because I'm coming to make some moves. That Texans defense did not do those division games. They played the Jaguars. who aren't very good right now. But them division games, they do that to you. And kickers be kicking. Blake Groupie got me 7 points. Appreciate you. That equals 92, and I was projected 125. But, you know, Rasheed Rice got hurt. The Texas defense only got 1 point. Devin Singletary got shut down by the Cowboys, who ain't been shutting nobody down all year. So, yeah, a lot of things contributed to the result. On his side, Lamar Jackson. Listen, that Todd Monken scheme is kicking in. And if you know anything about that Todd Monken scheme, you want Lamar Jackson and you want Derrick Henry. And you don't want nobody else. Clearly, they're not even throwing to Mark Andrews no more. And which is crazy because Todd Monken's scheme had featured the tight end when he was running it in college. That same tight end is like #1 in fantasy. His name is Brock Bowers. He went to, appreciate you, Bijan is no longer on his team. Bijan got traded before the Monday night game was ended. So I guess he didn't like Bijan not getting 45 points. James Cook got shut down. I didn't see no trade offers for that. And I mean shut down. Michael Pittman, who just came back to life because of that boy Joey Flacco. That's Flacco, by the way. Is also no longer on that team. Out of here. Zay Flowers not it. I know y'all don't want to hear that. But as a person who had Lamar Jackson across multiple platforms last year, like every team had Lamar Jackson. It's not that I didn't want Lamar Jackson this year. They was paying way too much for Lamar Jackson this year. I'm like, damn, they must be trying to get up. They're trying to get the jump on me. But I got Anthony Richardson, and I got Jordan Love, and now I got Sam Darnold too. Like, all this stuff is going down. Like, we're moving around out here. That's in another league, by the way. Jake Ferguson. Welcome back to the party. 11.9 of the thangs. Appreciate you, you know. Dak Prescott didn't check down. When you're not throwing a CeeDee Lamb. Amari Cooper. 7.5. You had a real slow day. But you got something up there for him. That Bills defense got mollywopped. You got that work. Justin Tucker didn't do anything because Lamar Jackson kept scoring touchdowns. So, kickers be kicking. He got 5 points. Appreciate you. I don't know, y'all. That's my thing about kickers. Y'all know what I say. Kickers be kicking. Unless they got you 20. And we're going to talk about it. To equal 81.54. Bing. There it is again. We're 3-1. I have never had a 2-game spread as far as wins and losses in this league ever. Unless I had more losses, because I started out 0-6 and finished 4-10. So that just means I went 4-4 on the backhand stretch. But we got some stuff brewing. Y'all see Rasheed Rice is hurt, right? So I got some moves. You know, I got J-Mo on the bench. I got BTJ on the bench. I got Drake. Oh, yeah, that's right. Freaking Weekend Drizzy. Be good. J-Mo, BTJ, Xavier Legette down there. Like, at wide receiver, I'm straight. I just got to throw 15 points in the lineup. Brian Thomas Jr. is the #1 receiver in Jacksonville. So write that down. I don't know how he gonna do this week going up against. Oh no, do he go against? He don't go against Pat Sertan. Nah, goes against Indianapolis Colts. That's right. I'm thinking about starting that defense. Jaguars don't look good, bro. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do you do? 92, 81. 3-1. We like those. On from here, of course, to the it's me. Where? Oh, wait. I always do that. I gotta stop using the same side all the time. Use 2 different sides. Steve! It's okay, Steve. Your team didn't pull up. Steve has a public service announcement for the viewing public. Steve says, and I quote, "Better days are ahead for Imagine Dragons. He gonna take his molly whopping like a man and come back stronger than ever." So we appreciate that energy out of you, Steve. Y'all give it up for Steve. Give up his sport. Steve's a good sport. Steve got that work this weekend. Not really. I can't really say that. I mean, yeah, I scored 100 points. But Steve had Rashee Rice over here. So there's a goose egg in your lineup. Oh, what is happening? There we go. And then he had Mark Andrews. That's another goose egg in your lineup. And then he had James Cook last night. And then he had Devon Achane last night. Because the Monday night games. And they didn't do very well. So, but 102.7 to 57.0. Throw that thing up there one time for your boy. Bam. There it is. Sammy D. Listen. You heard it here first. If Sam Darnold's still on your waiver wires and I'm in your league, I'm about to come get him. So you better go get him. He's not on waivers in this league because I already got him. Another cool 22 on y'all ass. Another cool 22. Like, what you gonna do, bro? And I needed it too because Breece Hall ran up against that Denver defense. I think I said something about that Denver defense last week for y'all. Like that Denver, they thought because the offense broke don't mean the defense broke too now. Y'all got to get that together. I'm just friendly neighborhood reminder. Yeah, that boy Breece Hall will be back. That Denver defense is real. Jordan Mason. Same rules apply, ladies and gentlemen. If you want your shares of Jordan Mason, you better come with a shiny, pretty penny. 'Cause I ain't just giving them up for crumbs. Brandon Ayuk. Hopefully better days are ahead for him too. It's annoying. Cortland Sutton. They scored one touchdown in that whole entire game against the Jets. It was Cortland Sutton. We needed that. Appreciate you. We already talked about Kyle Pitts. Y'all let me know what I should do in the comments. Or text my phone, however you get a hold of me or whatever if you don't want to put it on the internet and you know what I'm saying, whatever. But what should I do with Kyle Pitts? Because it is bad. It is bad. J.K. Dobbins. I went out on a limb and started J.K. Dobbins. I could have started Rashad White and got 0.5 more. I could have started Jerome Ford and got 1 more point. It didn't matter. Steve team decided to stay home this week. I'm sorry, Steve. That Raiders defense against the Browns. Thank you, Deshaun Watson, for not being very good at your job right now. 10 points from the Raiders defense. They about to get dropped. 4. I don't even know what defense I got on the thing. It might be the Broncos against the Raiders. Yeah. Because they were just sitting out there. I thought I started taking them last week. I should have. But I ended up with 10. And normally kickers be kicking, but when they kicking like this, I got to say their name. That boy Youngway. Youngway Koo had 20 fantasy. He got 21 points from his kicker. I did that this week. Helped me get over the century mark. Appreciate you. Because, that goose egg from Kyle Pitts and then Breece Hall getting shut down and then Brandon Ayuk not being here yet. So, that equals 102.7. When you're playing Jaden Daniels and Bijan and James Cook and Rashee Rice and Devon Achane and all these people at the same time, you're normally nervous. So, Jaden Daniels, that boy is here. He top 5. Jaden Daniels top 5. Bijan, also top 5. James Cook, also top 5. Just not this week. Yeah. The New Orleans run defense is better than we anticipated. Baltimore is better than we anticipated. So there's that. Rashee Rice. Once again, he's hurt. Sorry for everybody, all the managers that lost Rashee Rice. He was an integral part of a fantasy. He was like the number 2 wide receiver, what they said earlier. He went for the matchup play, DeAndre Hopkins. It didn't work out. Mark Andrews. I got another question. What do we do with Mark Andrews now? I want opinions. I want feedback. Like, Mark Andrews been struggling. He got 2 goose eggs already this year. Him and Kyle Pitts got 2 goose eggs already this year. Ain't that crazy? Achan. I don't know if you guys noticed about the Titans, but they're usually a good run defense. And the Dolphins were behind early in that game. Not like super early, but, you know, they weren't winning. And as a matter of fact, they didn't win. Chiefs defense was respectable. They only gave up 10 points and all that. And kickers be kicking. Jason Sanders got 9 points. Yeah. So to equal 57. But yeah, like Steve had 2 goose eggs, 4, 7, 3, 7. It's like 20 something. Plus Jaden Daniels. 102.7 to 57. We are even at 500. Also even at 500 in the Sleeper League. And we are 3-1 in the old OG special. Now, probably going to take my last break right here. And get a little, come back around and get into the, we'll call it the platform bedwetters. There you go. And you know, I've already got a couple of them right here. I don't even got to go too far. I'm only going to name a few. But once we get back, I'll take care of that. Y'all stay tuned. All right, we are back. Right into it we go. There is the good side of fantasy, where your team or your players score the most points. Let's not forget that other side of fantasy, where they don't really come through for you like you want them to. So we're going to call them the platform wedbetters. And they're all the same. I can only think of 3. Kyle Pitts, Mark Andrews, Kyler Murray. For fantasy. None of them did anything for fantasy. Barely anything. Just the 3 of them. Like, just sit back and imagine how much better your team could have been. Matter of fact, all I needed from Kyle Pitts was 1 catch for 20 yards. I would have won my matchup. Or 2 catches. Or 2 catches for 10 yards. 2 5-yard catches. I would have won my matchup. But he didn't. He had 3 targets too. Like, let's not act like he wasn't. I mean, he's not getting targeted very much. Kurt, what are we doing? He's not getting targeted very much. But I can't picture it being this bad for Kyle Pitts or Mark Andrews. Like, after the integral part that you played for all these years, sir, pull up. We need you. Both of y'all, pull up. Sometime this year, please. I have no shares of Mark Andrews, though. That's just for my people. Like, we would love to have some tight end action around this thing. You know what I'm saying? Kyler Murray ran into that. Everybody keeps saying that the Commanders' defense is trash. This is the same Arizona Cardinals team that scored 28 points on Buffalo, and we're talking about how good that defense is after what they did to the Jaguars. But then we wasn't talking about how good that defense is when we saw what the Ravens did to them. Arizona hung with the Bills. So, like, for people saying, like, oh, their offense isn't putting it all together, you're like, no. No. It's Kyler Murray. Like, who is, I mean, I'm going to ask these questions and I'm going to answer them because I don't know, whatever. Who is the current offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders? And I'll follow that question up is, who is the former offensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals. They the same person. I'm just saying. So I think that Cliff Kingsbury, by the way, is who we're talking about. Offensive coordinator for the Commanders. Used to be the offensive coordinator for the Cardinals. Or maybe he used to be the coach for the Cardinals. Coach. Yes. Kyler Murray was a cheat code over there when that boy Cliff was over there. It makes perfect sense why Jaden Daniels looking like that. When I see it, I ain't shocked. Also, who's their coach? It's Dan Quinn. The last time Dan Quinn was a head coach, he went to the Super Bowl. So, what'd that tell you? Like, whatever. So, we need better performances from our big dogs. Breece Hall could have been on that list too. Breece Hall could have been on that list. James Cook could have been on that list. Just to name a few. Like, all of them scored less fantasy points than we would have liked them to score. So, we need you guys to come off of the poop market, gentlemen, because we need these points. Appreciate you. I do have shares of Kyle Pitts. I do have shares of Breece Hall. I don't have any shares of Kyler or Mark Andrews or James Cook. None of that. But Breece, y'all see the team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, all right. That is your poop stains of the week. Poop stains of the week. Might be on to something. I'm still figuring out these names and stuff. Y'all just bear with your boy. You know what I'm saying? We're figuring this thing out. Real fast, we're going to go through these lineups. Lineups first, and then I'm going to end this thing with that rant. What did I say I was going to rant about? Trading. Yes. Got it. Trading is the rant, and I got it. It's registered now. I'm ready for y'all. All right. Go ahead and throw that sleeper thing on up there one time. Wow. Got to do two sides because 12 players. I think if Anthony Richardson plays, I'm going back Anthony Richardson because they playing the Jaguars. So, matter of fact, I'm going to switch it right in front of y'all because I still got it on Andy Dalton just because I got the stack. Yeah, right there. It says out, but that's... Put them up there for now. There you go. So when I edit it, it'll be right. It wasn't right when I was filming, though. Saquon, stuck. You can't come out the lineup. You might even sit in on your bye week. Ty Chandler over Zamir White until Zamir White starts doing better. Jamar Chase, stuck. You can't come out. Xavier Worthy, stuck. Especially now with the news about Rashee Rice. Jawan Jennings, I feel like you could still accidentally put together something, even though Debo was back, even though Kittle was back. Kyle Pitts, I'm benching you. I'm going to bench you. Kyle Pitts on the bench for Noah Fant. Greg Dortch and Xavier Legette in that thing. Bobby Wagner, stuck. I don't think I'm going to take him out. Nick Bosa, also probably not going to take him out. Reed Blankenship. If Reed Blankenship is there, I don't know that I'll take him out either. But I'm streaming IDP right now. Like I said, there's so many. I do this every week. I hit the mic, and I can hear it when I do it. So I know y'all gonna be able to hear it too. But I stream defensive positions every week, and I'm not switching up nothing as long as they're scoring points. Reed Blankenship is a monster, but I think he left the game early last week. So there is the lineup for the sleeper app. Take that down. Let's go ahead and slide to the old OG special. UC Anthony Richardson. UC Anthony Richardson. Not taking him out. Appreciate you. Not in this league. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do anything with quarterback over here. Kyron, staple. Jordan Mason, staple. All right, Drizzy. I got Drizzy in the lineup this week because Amon-Ra St. Brown's on a bye and Rashee Rice is hurt. So it's Drizzy and BTJ. Noah Fant, because you're putting up Oh yeah, Laporta on the buy too. I was like, why am I starting Noah fan over here? Laporta on the buy. Yes. Michael Wilson is what I'm looking at right now. That could end up being Xavier Legette. Oh, I have an empty bench spot. I already got the Andy Dalton stack somewhere else. I'll be picking up something. You better believe it. Waiver wire king over here. What you mean? That Texas defense will not be there, but that's what it says right now because waivers. I'm filming early. So I'm hoping it say Broncos defense because that's who I put the claim in for, but it can end up being anything. If it's not the Broncos, I'm hoping it'll be the Bears. Two defenses I saw play well with good scoring offenses in front of them. And kickers be kicking. Blakey Groupie. Heard. That's the old Olive Garden special. Let's slide over to that savvy lineup. You finna see it? Bang, there it is. Jordan Love is back. Jordan Love is back, and I'm starting him. Breece Hall, staple. Jordan Mason, staple. I might sit Brandon Ayuk, though. It depends on what these waivers do. I'll let y'all know. If I go to edit this and Brandon Ayuk's not up there, I'll explain it next week. But yeah, I'm undecided on sitting Brandon Ayuk. Cortland Sutton got a touchdown. Kyle Pitts. Once again, I am undecided on what to do with Kyle Pitts, but I'll be taking the feedback. Jerome Ford is a running back one over there in Cleveland for the time being. You heard me say it, for the time being. That Raiders defense will not be there. It should be, I don't know. I can't remember which league I tried to pick up the Broncos defense in. But I think that one of these ended up being the Broncos defense. If not both of them. But we'll see when them claims come through, shall we? And of course, you know, kickers be kicking. I got that boy Youngway. Falcons, Buccaneers Thursday night. Oh, I haven't been doing that either. The Thursday night preview. There it is. Bucks, Falcons. Of course, my preview says the Falcons are going to win, but Baker Mayfield been slinging that thing. Like Chris Godwin is reborn. He almost died last year. For real. Like, can't sleep on that boy Baker. But yeah. So these are what those lineups look like. I do have Sam Darnold on the bench over there. I got a lot of receivers on the bench over there. And in the sleeper league, it's all mixed up. Like, I got to try to have a little bit of everything while I learn stuff, figure it out. You got to be able to catch these injuries. But the more I look at like defensive players and how many of them there are, you don't have to catch these injuries. You can just pick somebody up. But those are your lineups, lineups, and that is also your very, 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 very brief Thursday night. Now, from a fantasy standpoint, Thursday night preview. Buccaneers. I was just talking about it. Baker Mayfield, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. You can flex Rachaad White or Bucky Irving at your convenience, depending on how your lineup looks. I drafted Rachaad White, and because of how my lineup looks, I haven't really had to play him since he started on this little spiral downward. But yeah, and then for the Falcons, the usual suspects. Not the usual suspects. Bijan and Drizzy. That's all you got from over there. If the matchup good, you might be able to pull a defense out of that thing. So, yeah. But I'm going to go, it is in Atlanta. So I'm going to go Atlanta 21-19. I'm going Atlanta 21-19 just because it's the home game for them. That was your Thursday night preview. Now, every week when I rant, I'm going to sit up just like this and look y'all right in y'all eyes. This week's Savvy Rant, say Savvy Rants. This week's Savvy Rant is trading. So normally the trading window for most leagues is 48 hours or something along those lines. However, as a fantasy football player, specifically me, there's not very many trades that I can't figure out the answer to within 30 minutes, right? I need people to be more responsive in the trade market. Like, it's okay if you tell me no. If you send me a trade I don't like, I'm going to tell you no. That's the nature of the beast. Like, you're literally trying to run an imaginary business for real. Like, so just like be outside, you know, like I had a trade sit in my inbox for the whole 48 hours. I'm like, you haven't seen your fantasy team in 2 days enough to just hit the reject button if you don't want to give up that person? Does it hurt your feelings to tell people no about things that you want? I don't know. But like, help us out. Like, we all trying to make moves on the same waivers you are and all this type of foolishness. Like, and what bothered me is you could have just hit the reject button and that lets me know where you stand. Like, you making me think I might have a shot, but waiting for 2 days. I ain't got no shot. If I ain't got no shot, then just tell me I ain't got no shot. Ain't no need to, you dragging out the process. But I'm so impatient. It'll take me 45 minutes and I'll go right back in there and hit the cancel button and send it to somebody else. But just, it's okay. It's okay to reject trades. I think that's the message. Like, I don't want a trade to sit in the inbox for 48 hours just for you to say no. I'm pretty sure by the time you say no, you already knew you was going to say no. So just go ahead and say it so I can move on. Like, I don't got to wonder. I mean, I wonder if he still want to do that trade or if he wonder how that, yeah, I don't want to wonder nothing. I wonder why I won this championship. That's what I want to wonder. But trade talk, people. Be active. Be active. If somebody comes at you with a trade and you're not in the market to trade, just say you're not in the market. And we move on. Like, they can't make you give up your pieces. So, yeah. I think that I'm going to go ahead and shut that down right there. Because it is late/early. Good luck to everybody in your matchups this week. If you're in my league, remember, probably by the time you see this, that if you didn't pay them dues, you ain't got no team no more. Because ESPN did this beautiful thing and came out with an auto feature. So as the commissioner, your team will go on auto if I don't get those funds. So, but it's me one more time. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. It just keeps getting better. I'm sure that I did a segment last time that I didn't do this time, and I did a segment this time I didn't do last time. I'm working it out. I got my little notepad, writing stuff down, trying to get it organized. You know, but we're going to grow together, you know? I'm going to grow with y'all and watch y'all grow, or y'all going to watch me grow, and I want you to be here to grow with me because I love you all, and I appreciate you. Go Falcons, go Bulldogs, go Braves. Appreciate you. I love you guys. I will see you next week when we wrap up week 5.